Welcome back to the sixth episode of Steelheads tonight. Um, Jason, it was a 2-1 weekend for the Steelheads. They won in Erie on Wednesday and won against Brantford on Friday. Their first time, the first regulation win or first regulation loss for the Bulldogs um, through 25 games or so. So that was a huge win for the Steelheads Friday night. What did you like about the game?
I think it was just overall a great game for the Steelheads. I know they didn't really, it was only 3 goals total in the game. It was a 2-1 win, but I love the energy that the Steelheads brought that day. Like you just knew something was different about that game from previous ones where they've like blown teams out and stuff like that. But like you knew it's like they wanted that win so badly. They wanted to be the ones to beat Brantford first in regulation, and they did that. And it was overall like the Brantford kind of gave it to them. Like they had stupid penalties. What happens no matter what team you face when you take stupid penalties, they're gonna make you pay for it, and the Steelheads made them pay.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the penalties. Jet Luchenko took one at 18:14, then Owen Protz took one at 19:26, so it gave the Steelheads a 2-minute advantage with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, you don't
So,
want to do that when you're any team in the league. You don't want to put a team up 5-on-3, especially in a tie game.
yeah. And our goal scorers Friday were McGregor Richmond, who scored his second of the season, and Gabe Sherratt, who scored his 11th. So, Sherratt carrying the team there. McGregor hasn't scored since home opener, so it was great to see him score
Good to see
again.
by the back.
Let's talk about the rough stuff at the end there. Merrick Benacker did not take too kindly of the loss on Friday.
The Bulldogs really did. Ryerson Leanders as well. Like when that whole scrum at the end of the game was happening, he was ready to get into the mix as well, but the refs were holding him back, like saying, "No, you're not. We're not letting you do that."
Yeah, and Parker Von Richter got involved because Benacker dropped his gloves first, and there was a fight at the end of the game, but Benacker got the extra penalty because it was the end of the game, and so he had to sit one game on Saturday for his actions. Then let's go to Saturday against Sudbury. Wasn't a bad game for the Steelheads, but they just couldn't get their chances to go into net.
Yeah.
They scored one
Too many
goal in the
passes in
second
overtime
period,
were
and
killed
it
them.
was Sherratt. Um, yeah, like they had their chances against Sudbury, but just
They had
nothing seemed
chance,
to go their way.
couldn't couldn't find the back of the net, and obviously in overtime, I think we both saw that they're trying to for the perfect pass, and it's like sometimes you just gotta shoot the puck at the net and then see what happens.
Yeah, like I said to you during the game, in overtime you gotta be selfish. Don't
Yes, you
look
do.
for the perfect
Okay,
pass.
pucks to the net. Not
That,
perfect pass, pucks to the net.
and I was noticing in Sudbury too, they were always looking for that extra pass. Like I've noticed in other games this year, but Sudbury especially, they were looking for that extra pass to make it the play even better, where they should have just been shooting at the net because if you shoot at the net, nothing bad can happen.
Yeah, like and as well, it's 3-on-3 overtime. There's more space for everybody on the ice. You can take advantage of that. Like, sure, you don't. If you see people in front of the net, like defensemen in front of the net, even like you could shoot the puck, but also it's like okay, you have time to like maybe okay, let's think about this for a second. Do I want to shoot it or do I want to find another teammate to get this puck to?
Yeah, and unfortunately, you shoot the puck.
Yeah, you do.
Um, but I digress. Weekend's over, so it was a winning weekend, which is what you can ask for, all you can ask for. Um,
Got a point in every game. That's how I look. That's how I'm looking at it.
yeah, and as we update the team stats here, we still have Fibbiger leading the defense in points with 23. Sherratt has 12 goals. He leads the team in goals. Um, McGregor Richmond got his seventh point on Friday. Um, Not much of a point getter, but great to see. Bottineau
Yeah.
came back into the roster on Wednesday and got a point, so that was nice to see too. Um, Patton had a good weekend. Um,
He was throwing hits down all weekend.
yeah, Reed Key was physical this weekend. So that was fun to see. He's always a very physical player, so it's fun to watch him. And Troy Patton, who's first line center now, has been doing phenomenal.
Yeah, that's I like to see that. Like I really think he worked hard for that, and JR noticed like, hey, he's playing well. Let's try him on the top line with Sherratt and Zabeski, and it's been working. Like, and JR's always been like one of those guys. Like, if he sees improvement, he's gonna reward his players.
Yeah, and it's well deserved when you get rewarded like that. If you're putting in the work in practice and in off ice training, it shows. Like in every
On
level,
opening
you got
night,
to put in the extra work to get the extra minutes.
yeah, on opening night, Patton was the third line center, and now he's the top guy on the top center. It's like it's great to see.
Yeah, it is great to see. As we look at the standings around the OHL now, as we said, Brantford they also lost last night against Oshawa or Sunday night against Oshawa in regulation, so they're up to two regulations losses now, so their record's 19-2-4-1, or no, 19-2-4-1. Yeah, yeah, I'm right. Never mind.
Yeah, one of them's a shootout loss, I
Yeah,
think.
I'm half asleep as we're recording. Ottawa's in second in the East Division with 40 points, three behind Brantford. Peterborough's 8 points back of Ottawa for second. Kingston is 8 points back of Peterborough for third, and Oshawa is 8 points back of fourth. For Kingston. In the Central, we have Barrie leading at 33 points. North Bay has 29. The Steelheads jumped Niagara over the weekend and have 25 points to Niagara's 23. Niagara's on like an 8 game losing streak, it seems like.
Yeah, things are not going good over there right now. They gotta really turn things around before it gets worse.
Yeah, and Sudbury has 17 points. So they're at the bottom of the Central. As we look into the Midwest Division, Owen Sound leads by a point over London.
Who would have thought that after Owen Sound's season last year?
Yeah, and Kitchener's right up there too, only a point back of London for second. Then we have Guelph in fourth, 4 points back of Kitchener, and Erie's in the last spot, 8 points back of Guelph. We look into the final division now in the West. Windsor leads Flint by a point. Sault Ste. Marie is 8 points back of Flint. Saginaw is 8 points back of Sault Ste. Marie, and Sarnia is 6 points back of Saginaw. So should be a fun times now starting to watch the standings as we get closer to the holiday break and World
Yes.
Juniors. So it gets more exciting as this time comes around. Um,
World Juniors are this month, and it's a very exciting time. Obviously, one of the most fun
yeah,
hockey tournaments of the
yeah,
year.
and we should be hearing about the roster in a couple weeks now because I've been hearing that they're just going to be announcing the roster. They're not going to have a big camp like they've had in the past, so they don't send kids back upset that they didn't make the team, which is hard because when that happens, they have to go face the media, and you
Yeah,
don't want the
they.
kids that get cut to have to face the media like that.
Yeah, and it's especially also from like their own teams. It's like Michael Meets is a great example. Like I don't even remember if he was invited to camp last year or not, but he really wanted. He even said himself, like, "Hey, I wanted to contribute so badly to this team, and I wasn't given an opportunity."
Yeah, I can't remember if he was invited to camp or not last year. It was
Yeah, but I remember him saying in an interview, he was like, because he was one of the top scorers of the O last year, and not have him on the team is like, are you joking right now? Like, why is one of the top scorers of the O not on your team when he's Canadian? Like, one of the top scorers in the O should be with
Yeah, I
you.
mean, but I have a
Goals.
lot of questions about last year's team that I'm not going to get answers to. So I
Yeah, it
try to
was a very weird. It was a very weird team last year. I will say. Like we still had like the good players in like Cowan, Martone, and Luchenko, but it's like, but Dave Cameron, like some of his decisions, I question. Like why are like you also had like Carson Rakoff, like Porter Martone and Carson Rakoff last year for the Steelheads on a line were a force to be reckoned with, and like whenever one was in, the other one was scratched. It's like, why are you doing that?
like I said,
Why?
I have lots of questions from last year's World Juniors that I'm not going to get any answers to. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna forget
we're
about
not
it.
going to get answers.
So let's talk about our 3 stars for the weekend for the Steelheads. For me, I have my third star as Zach Bowen, who was named goaltender of the week in the O this week. My second star will be McGregor Richmond for his dominant play Friday night, and my first star will be Gabe Sherratt for his good week.
Yeah, for me, third star is definitely let's see, I might switch it up a little bit. Third star is gonna be Jakob Fibiger, just because he's always seems to be a consistent contributor for the team, and that's what you want with a player's consistency. He's always on the ice trying to make an impact. Second star, I'm gonna give it to Gabriel Sherratt, just because an also consistent contributor, always comes up with a big goal when you need it. And first star, like when you have a good week like Zach Bowen did, you recognize it. So he's my first star of the week. Obviously, we talked about it in the last pod. It's like, what was this just a fluke with the weaker teams? And obviously, it wasn't because he went out against Brantford and had a stellar game, and he's very deserving of goaltender of the week.
And we should also talk about with Bowen. Um, the Steelheads have played what? Um,
25, 26 games now. And Bowen has been in net for like 22 of them.
the Steelheads have played 25 or 26 games, and Bowen has started 22 of them. So,
Yeah,
like we
it was
said,
good to see Luke
he was
Johnson get a
getting
chance on Sunday or Saturday.
yeah
I mean,
it was kind of weird to see Luke Johnson lead the team out on Saturday because we've been taught to expect Bowen
Bowen.
because
Yeah,
that's all we have right now. So it was a nice surprise to see Johnson lead the team out for warmups. I mean, I'm sure
he
he'd like that
had a
overtime
great
goal
game.
back.
Had a great game. You would have loved
Yeah,
to see him get his OHL win that night.
yeah, I'm sure he wants that overtime goal back, but like, hey, it was a good game. Can't complain. You got the point. Um, but now that the weekend's over, we can look ahead to this week, and tomorrow is the big day for all the schools in the or in the Brampton area, as it's the school day game, and the Steelheads face the Guelph Storm.
That should be a
We're
good
not going to
game.
be in our yeah, we're not going to be in our normal seats because they were giving up for the schools, but we'll be in the gallery behind the Steelheads net up top. So different view for us tomorrow. Should be a good game. Gonna be weird now that Guelph doesn't have Lutsenko anymore. So
Yeah, there's a big piece missing from that team. Even though they're still Wallstrom's is still a very good team. Like they still got good players on that roster. It just Bulldogs are just getting everyone right now. It's crazy. Like they're a force right now. The Bulldogs.
yeah,
They're
um,
really built. They really want to. Their their goal is to win this year. Like every team is obviously, but the way the Bulldogs are going about their business, it's like I could see a completely different roster of like at least 4 or 5 new guys on that team after trade deadline.
yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all, to be honest with you. Like as we look ahead to deadline, we'll have a show about that when it comes time to. But we have time till then. But we can speculate that the Bulldogs will get stronger in about a month when the deadline is.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
just
the
because of the guys
Steelheads
they
have
added as well. That's all it is. The guys they added. They added Ben Danford, one of your like Leafs prospects, like you know that guy. Zachary Sandhu, well, as well, and then Jet Luchenko. Like I didn't even know about the Luchenko trade until we got to the Steelers game. And I saw Jet Luchenko's name on the lineup sheet for the Bulldogs. I'm like, wait, when did that happen? And
yeah,
Andrew told me like it's like, oh yeah, that happened a couple days ago. And I'm like, no way. Are they're just firing up. They want to win. Like and every
yeah,
team of
I mean,
course wants to win. But they're
yeah,
building like this is the year for them.
yeah. Hopefully, we see some moves all around the OHL, not just with Brantford. Hopefully, we see some with other teams as well because we want it to be competitive. We don't want it to be just to be, oh, this team has a easy peasy. We want it to be competitive. So
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of like the London Knights and all that stuff.
yeah. So yeah, so they play the school day game tomorrow against the Storm. Then on the
Yeah,
weekend,
should be a loud game, which is always gonna be a fun time.
yeah, players gotta be up ready to play for 11 o'clock. So that's gonna be interesting as we don't get to see that
I'm
too often.
expecting a lot of memes tomorrow. I don't know why. I guess because of kids and their love for 6-7 right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a lot. It's gonna be a different game, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, it should be fun. Then Friday, the Ice Dogs are in town, so that's going to be a good match.
Always a physical game.
We'll talk more about that next episode. And then Saturday's our teddy bear toss against the Saginaw Spirit. So should
Yeah,
be
and
a
that
fun
pretty
week of
much wraps up
hockey
the
ahead.
homestand.
Yeah, it should be a fun week ahead for the Steelheads, and hopefully they can take two of three over this week. Um, Jason, our Steelhead spotlight for today is
Yes, it was my spotlight.
yeah. Is Adam Zidlicki. Um,
Yes.
da, da, da.
Oh, there
So
he is.
he played in Czechia when he for the World Juniors.
Yes, won a couple
Started
medals
off
with them.
yeah, started off the O with the Kitchener Rangers before getting traded to the Steelheads. And with the Steelheads, he was very productive his time here. As you can see on the screen, we have 2 years of Mississauga Steelheads where um when we were still a Saga, obviously he played for them. But last year in Brampton, 20 goals, 16 assists, 36 uh penalty or total points, I should say. Um, Not a bad season for him. Um,
No, a good season. Like we're obviously hoping he was gonna come back, but obviously with all like the new deals and stuff, so it just wasn't realistic. Even though he's not an NCAA player, but he did move over to the USHL.
yeah, and he has 2 goals and 7 assists in the USHL for Des Moines Buccaneers. So yeah, like Sidlicki was good with the team. Didn't have a bad OHL career.
Oh,
Obviously,
he's a very good player. Like he was a guy like you would kind of count on to like maybe turn the tide a little bit, like maybe throw a big hit at some point, but he could also score you a goal.
yeah, obviously his time with Czechia with the World Juniors and other tournaments that he participated in is what every kid wants to do. They want to play for their country, show the country their skill, and he got the chance to do that on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and obviously by talking to the guy, like obviously you see at the top of of the list, like when he was like his early teen years, he was playing for the North Jersey Avalanche.
Yes.
And obviously, like we talked, like since we're season ticket holders, like we've obviously had interactions with Zidlicki. By talking to him, you wouldn't be able to tell he's from Czechia.
No, you wouldn't be able to tell that at all. And like we mentioned in previous episodes, junior hockey players are the nicest people to talk to.
Oh yeah, some very nice guys. Like obviously they're taught right. Like they're taught right. Like you got to treat everyone nicely. Because obviously last year at the Christmas party as well, like we just got like when we got there last year, like all the players like, oh hey, what's up guys? How you doing? And I'm like, whoa, you're actually talking. Like I was kind of shocked. I'm like, wow, you're actually talking to us. Like
Yeah.
so you don't really expect like because it's like obviously it's not an NHL team. Like with NHL teams, like obviously they probably have no idea who their season ticket holders are.
Yeah, they probably don't know them all personally, like how the Steelheads would know most of their season ticket holders by face.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
not by
obviously that
name.
extra 15 minutes gives us that opportunity to
Yeah, exactly. Like that's all.
we get to see the behind the scenes stuff. We get to see them play sewer ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my big thing, but hey,
It's fun though. Like it's fun just to see the players walking around all the concourse and stuff like that.
yeah.
You don't see that in for NHL teams. Like player like Austin Matthews, for example, will not be walking around the concourse when fans are being let in.
Oh, but mind you, with the Leafs and NHL teams, they have their own spaces to play sewer ball, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
they play it in by their dressing rooms or in the Zamboni area, so no fans can see them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's gonna do it for episode 6 of the podcast. Stay tuned for Thursday where we'll have episode 7, or Thursday or Friday where we have episode 7 coming out to recap Guelph and set up the weekend ahead. And we'll have our next installment of Steelheads alum, which would be Angus MacDonnell. So stay tuned
Can't
for
wait to talk
that.
about that guy.
Yeah, love that guy. So we look forward to it.
Very fun.
Uh,
Very fun player.
yeah. So until then, thanks everybody, and stay safe. We'll see you next time.